Wolverine from the Ashes solo series is here. Post-Krakoan age, but it brings about an old enemy. Yo, what are we waiting on? Roll that intro, cuss. Yeah. What's going on, Geek Corner? This is your boy, Earth Smack, the Mad Scientist, and this is the Orange Phoenix Show, comic book declassified, where we talk about the most recent issues in comics, as well as past issues, as well as character bios, if you ask for it. Do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell, because that way you get notified on all of our content. Because guess what? We don't just cover comics. We cover all things of geekdom, whether it's comics, manga, pro wrestling, video games, you name it. We nerd it. That is our motto. You might want to hit up our Discord because it is free 99. It is free for the public. And we have a friendly community because we have multiple channels for multiple interests in geekdom. And there's a channel for collectors as well. Now, we also have a bi-monthly digital magazine that's for only $5 a month in our Patreon. It is in the description below, and you are guaranteed the bi-monthly issue of Orange Phoenix magazine, as well as access to these videos before they ever get aired on YouTube. How about that? Now, you might want to stick around to the end of this video because we're going to tell you what's the next comic we are going to cover after this. Now, let's get into some Wolverine #1 from the Ashes. So here's the thing. The interesting thing about Wolverine #1 is that you're going to try to guess at what time period does this take place, because Wolverine has already been seen in adjectiveless X-Men. He's also been seen in Uncanny X-Men where Rogue finds him. But I have a strong theory, because I've done some research and found very little. But the strong theory means this takes place in between adjectiveless X-Men and Uncanny X-Men, because as X-Men #1, it's been seen that Wolverine left. He went into the woods because he's told Cyclops, I'm going to where things make sense. Because to keep it a bean, the Krakoan age is over and the paradise for mutants is no longer paradise. They're back on Earth. Mutants are spread out all over the place, and they still got to deal with that same bigotry. And Wolverine is tired. He is tired for doing the same thing over and over. You can't really blame him for saying, hey, I'm gonna go back into the woods where things make sense, because the woods is not tampered with. No one's bothering it. There's a set of rules here. Things make sense out in the woods, and I'm used to that. I'm out. So this is where the story takes place. Now, it is said in the first page, this takes place in Northwest Territories of Canada, and it's said that for years now, she has led this small but proud pack. She has led them in fat times and in lean, through killing winters and sparse springs. She has led them to food and safe spaces, led them away from man's poisons and traps. She has watched old wolves die, seen new wolves birth. But these past few moons, her pack has been joined by a new member, the fiercest hunter she's ever met. The pack has thrived since he's arrived, and though his shape is wrong and his scent is strange, she is thankful that he is one of them. So Wolverine is running out here with a pack of wolves. So at this point, this is his personal slice of heaven. But how long does that last? And it doesn't last very long, because an old enemy shows up, and this enemy is Cyber. I am so glad that Cyber is back at the forefront, because Cyber is an expert tracker and hunter, and he's also has adamantium skin with poison tip claws that has hallucinogens there. Now, he is definitely a challenge for Wolverine, because he used to be Wolverine's superior, and he used to kill off people that Wolverine cared about to further train him, which is a sick way to do things. But Cyber is on the hunt for Wolverine. But also with Cyber, you get to see what he's capable of doing, because Cyber is being tracked himself. Or do they think they're tracking him? Because he even gives praise to these hunters, saying, hey, y'all came up on me very quietly. Whoever trained y'all very well. But you know what? The hunter that y'all actually looking for is not me, but I'm gonna put my gun down because unlucky for you, I'm not the hunter that y'all was looking for. So I'm gonna make quick work of you guys. See, the thing is that Cyber is a sick, twisted individual. Okay, so I wouldn't say to the level of Sabretooth, but definitely Cyber has an axe to grind with Wolverine, and he makes quick work of these trackers. Now, fast forward, you go to Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is actually on the hunt for Wolverine himself because Wolverine left the X-Men. He has something for Wolverine. He's trying to hunt him down because Wolverine is someone he considers a very, very close friend. And he finds Wolverine in space because Wolverine lunges at Nightcrawler, just missed Nightcrawler because, of course, he got teleportation abilities. And then Wolverine pauses just for a second and smells brimstone and realizes, oh shit, this is Nightcrawler. And so Nightcrawler gives him a big hug and saying, hey, nice to see you again, and so on and so forth. So you soon discover that Nightcrawler was the first to find the bodies. Well, Wolverine was the first to find the bodies, and Nightcrawler was the second. And Wolverine was just sitting in the woods waiting on whatever to come up. But Wolverine expresses to Nightcrawler that the same thing that happened to those trackers happened to his pack of wolves that he'd been riding with earlier in the comics. So now he is on the move to hunt whatever that's been killing in these woods. Nightcrawler is trying to get Wolverine back to society, and Wolverine's not hearing it. But here's what was said. He said, well, the past has a way of catching up with us, especially the X-Men. Things are bad for mutants now, Logan, as bad as they've ever been. And one of our wisest, most powerful leaders is hiding out in the woods. And Wolverine says, leader? When did I ask to? You didn't ask. But people still need you. That's life. And he says, you got some nerve lecturing me on. And at that point in time, they hear a scream in the woods. And Wolverine dons the old costume once again. And along with Nightcrawler, goes to go towards the screams only to find campers. And one of the campers is mangled. Like not in pieces, but whatever Cyber did to that person, is unfathomable. It doesn't show what happened, but it showed the result. Wolverine and Cyber are really tracking each other at this point in time. And what Cyber is doing is trying to lure Wolverine out in the open so he can't attack them. Now, of course, you see bigotry at work here because campers originally thought that the people that showed up were the Avengers. He's like, wait a minute, you guys not Avengers. You guys are mutants. Like, you know what? Y'all the reason why we're getting attacked in the first place. Like, not, hey, bro, we're trying to help. So this is what I mean. Like, the bigotry is still there. No matter what good intentions that the mutants have, some people just don't change and they just refuse to do that. Now, at this point in time, Wolverine is having a conversation with Nightcrawler, only for Nightcrawler to get grazed in the head by a bullet from Cyber. If it wasn't for Wolverine acting right at that last second, we would have no more Nightcrawler. You understand? Like, it would have sent shockwaves throughout the Marvel universe because, Nightcrawler is a well-beloved type of character. But to see Nightcrawler in this state is very, very alarming, and it lets you know how dire the situation is. So, Wolverine grabs Nightcrawler, wraps bandages around his head, and he goes out to find Cyber one-on-one because he recognized the scent. So Wolverine goes one-on-one with Cyber, and they have a battle for your ass. Do you understand? So they go back head to head, but one thing is for certain, there's some dialogue here. The dialogue says, it is pure and it is true. Once it was wielded by the worthy, its many names rang out in the hands of heroes. In the many centuries since that age, it has slumbered. But the dim, distant echoes of man's false metal have grown louder with every day of this unworthy age. And on this night, as that screaming screech grows loud enough to pierce the very earth above it, it wakes. Now, with that particular passage, it is said that the metal that both Cyber and Wolverine wield is false metal. Whoa, 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 whoa. What exactly is going on? False metal? You mean to tell me this whole time this adamantium that Wolverine is on his skeleton, this adamantium skin that Cyber has, is false metal? Now, at this point in time, this is a big reveal because something is awakening in Canada. Now, Wolverine makes quick work of Cyber. He's about to put the finishing blow on this man. But Cyber smartly talks to Wolverine and says, hey, are you chasing me down? Or Nightcrawler might be bleeding out, my guy. You might want to check on Nightcrawler. But you know what? You got your options here. Either you come after me or you go after Nightcrawler. So Wolverine makes the wise decision and goes back to his friend, only to find him being taken care of by a camper that just so happened to be a doctor. So Nightcrawler is okay. But we fast forward over to Cyber, who escapes in this cave only to be looked at by this mysterious figure. It says it will start with this one. And at this point in this last panel, it shows Cyber in this new type of metal, which is assumed to be true adamantium. Again, I know I skipped a lot of key parts in this comic. Okay, so this is for the new readers out there, because I want you to go out there, go to your nearest comic book store and pick up From the Ashes Wolverine #1. It is a great read. You need to go check that out. And also, if you have Kindle, you got Comixology, and you want to read it digital, go ahead and read that digital. Now, for the next comic we are going to cover, it is Uncanny X-Men #2. We definitely going to jump into that. Now, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, y'all. Peace.